middle. Oh, we're finally at the middle part. I was waiting for this so long. Like, we've constantly bounced back and forth between, like, elementary and now. And this is the middle part. A comet is coming in close. The Earth is in danger. That was all over the internet at the start of the year. A large comet was going to pass between the Earth and the Moon. I feel like we hear news about something like this, right? Like a comet that could potentially hit Earth and destroy us all. Like, I feel like it's something that's in the news like once every couple of years or something like that, and it never really happens. One theory said that due to the comet, the Earth would change so much that it would bring humanity to the brink of destruction. People had started to panic, but in the end, everything had gone back to normal in a few days. Let's say hypothetically, a comet did pass the Earth. If it actually grazed the Moon or the Earth, it would be a big problem. But if it just passed through empty space, then nothing extraordinary would happen at all. It was not the first time that a comet had caused people to panic, and it certainly won't be the last either. About 100 years ago, the famous Halley's Comet had swooped by somewhat close to the Earth, causing people to panic. False rumors began to spread, such as when the Earth was about to pass through the comet's tail, the air would become poisonous. And the rumors spread. People panicked and were doing things such as buying up bike tire tubes and the like. Since ancient times— Can you fucking fuck off with the firework? Holy shit, it's kind of triggering me. I'm trying to read a story here, okay? It's bedtime story time for everybody. We're in peaceful time, not explosion time. Even though we're talking about comets, actually. Since ancient times, comets such as Halley's are often called hokiboshi. They have been constantly thought of as ill omens. There are people who think that comets are similar meteors, and actually, they are not so far off. Meteors are small celestial bodies that emit light when they fall into the atmosphere. However, comets are farther away and don't come into contact with the atmosphere. The way they emit light is different from meteors. There are other people who imagine that comets are like the parents of meteors, simply because their names and look similar. But it wouldn't be so wrong to think of them like parents. Comets are loose piles of cosmic debris that give off gases while flying through space. Comets leave behind dust tails, and when those interact with the Earth, a certain astronomical phenomenon occurs. A meteor shower. A meteor shower is where the Earth passes through the dust left behind by a comet. And those are technically the children then, right? Which is why the comet is the parents and the meteors are the children, the babies, the sperm cell, I don't know. As this dust enters the atmosphere, it appears as many shooting stars. We can see these beautiful meteor showers because of comets. For better or worse, comets sure make a ruckus. This year's end of the world prediction was just a farce, and anyone who was interested in astronomy would know that a comet like that doesn't exist. But there was another comet coming towards us, and her name is Ikari. With all the data that we'd gathered, this hokiboshi wasn't exactly a bad omen. Though, I wouldn't say that it would make a ruckus, or wouldn't make a ruckus. Certainly an amateur astronomer like myself could predict that this comet would liven up our tranquil lives. She sure did. When the bell rang at the end of the day, the school doors opened and the students started to leave like an avalanche. Class 2-4. I left the classroom labeled 2-4 with my bag on my shoulder.
Astronomy!
Later, peace out, bro. My classmates chatted with each other as they wandered off to their club activities. I headed off in a different direction. I was going to the astronomy club room in the second school building. Heyo, hey, who the fuck is this girl?
Konnichiwa.
Hinami? Who is she? We've never seen her before.
Who's...
Take, what up? I set my bag down and took a seat. So wait, we're still at this school though, but I thought we were a first year. in the now. And the now we were a first year. So is the middle part just like the very beginning? The very beginning of this school year or something? I set my back down and took a seat. Hinami stood up and prepared some tea after boiling water in the electric kettle. Sir? Thank you, Hinami. Corona's brother? Could she be Corona's classmate or something? Considering she addresses as sir and she kinda looks like a lolly. She's probably younger than us.
Thank you.
But she's at this school though. She could be one of those geniuses, you know, that just like that have skipped a couple of grades. Takeichi picked up the teacup he got from Hinami and took a sip while eating his melon bread. He was looking at his phone pretty seriously. Hey! Hinami returned to her seat and opened her magazine, Guide to Astronomy. Her name was Hinami Yamada. She had joined the astronomy club earlier this year. Really? Then she must have quit or something, right? Or died, I don't know, but she wasn't there at all during the now period. In other words, she was younger than me. How did that happen? Okay. Can I help you? You want to join the club? Oh, I see. Huh? Wait, I didn't say. Wait, I didn't say anything. Wait, come back. Welcome to the astronomy club. We're not picky here at all. You want to join? You can join. Man, it surprised me. No interview, no test or anything like that. If you want to join, you're fucking in the club. That's all you need, a willingness to join the club, and you're in the astronomy club. I never thought that the first year would want to join the club. I found this out later, but Hinami was one of the guests that came to observe Pleiades 1. Wait! Is this... She was Corona's classmate and was interested in the stars. After coming to the Stargazers meetup, she decided to join the astronomy club. Wait, so this is not the... Cause this is after the Stargazers meet. And Pleiades 1, obviously that's the telescope that we built ourselves. But then why did it make it seem like it went to the middle part? Because the way that I always looked at it was right. The elementary was obviously, that was 4 years ago, right? When we were still kids. And then we always made the jump in time between the elementary time and the now, which is the current time, right? That we always lived in. And I thought the middle was just at a certain time that's between the 4 years and now. But for some reason, the middle part is just where we left off again? I don't know, but apparently we're just picking... like, in terms of timeline, we haven't jumped anywhere. It's just continued from... This is like, I don't know, January 10th or something like that, right? Just a couple of days passed since Hikari left. And a new girl has joined the astronomy club. Okay, well, welcome, hey, any members? That means that at least she didn't like... I thought this was like a flashback, and that she at some point like died or or left the club or whatever, but no, that's not the case. Alright, I'm happy. That means we're no longer alone in the club. Fuck yeah! It had been half a year since she joined, but half a year already? Okay, now I'm really confused. It has been half a year? So does that mean it's like June or July? July is the 6 months, right? I don't fucking know. It's either one of those two, June or July. But I still didn't know what she was thinking. Well, she was interested in astronomy and our activities, but most of all, I was just glad that night had helped her see the world of astronomy. I had tried to imagine telling Orihime about it. And that's what happened. Thanks to you, there's finally a new club member. I'm no longer alone. What's with the dots? Orihime? Aww, tears of happiness. That's very true, very wise words. Right, we're Maya, right? Our school is Maya. We said our New Year's congratulations while opening an expansive-looking box of macaroons. But even though we had a new member, there were still only 2 of us, so we didn't have many activities that we could do. Normally, we would just get together in the club room, read books, look up stuff on the net, and record what we saw while stargazing. On top of that, I had to work, so there's only so much time that I could be here. That's why we relied heavily on the 6 Stars Club to do big activities. We did stargazing meetups together, lent each other equipment, and taught each other techniques. Yesterday, we borrowed a camera from Nishi High and tried to take photos of celestial bodies. Once someone younger joined the group, I finally understood what Orihime once told me. There was no mistaking the 6 Stars Club had been helping the neighborhood astronomy clubs liven up their activities. Hey! Hey you, non-club member! You're the only non-club member here, right? I don't have to yell hey to Hinami. When I say that, it would be great if you realized that I was talking to you. After he replied, he went straight back to his phone. Wow, dude. I took a deep breath, stood up, and went behind Takeichi. What are you looking at? Comet Girl? Never heard of it. Is this some kind of idol band? Wait, what? It only became popular yesterday? Fresh memes? Takeichi started to show me a low-quality video on his phone. Right when I was about to look, my phone beeped, telling me that I had a message. With that, I turned to face Hinami. Hinami, are you ready? What? Hello, Hinami, come back to us. Why do I have a feeling that she is like secretly planning the destruction of the world while in our astronomy club? Are you sure? She blushed, realizing that I saw that her head was filled with terrible fantasies. I grew used to it, but at first it was a little scary, or I was scared to be alone in the same room with her. Take, we're going out for a bit. I wanted to see the video of the idol girl. Or Comet Girl, right? To the 6 Stars Club meeting. The 6 Stars Club would meet up once a month. By the way, Take, isn't the winter tournament coming up soon? Stop wasting your time here and go to practice. Come on, dudes. You gotta practice the layups and the rebounds. Takeichi looked at his watch and put his phone in his pocket. He had joined the varsity team in his 2nd year. It seemed he was the team ace. Damn, dude. He can probably slam dunk it up too. He'd been really working hard in practice ever since they got past regionals. Wow. Can they make it to Zenkoku?
Yamada-chan, ocha gotsusan.
We left the room. So that's one thing we know for sure, right? That Hinami knows Corona. Otherwise, obviously, he wouldn't call Take Corona's brother. So yeah, she knows Corona for sure, okay? Hinami, you don't need to give him any tea. Yeah, he's a non-club member. You only give me tea, okay? If he's too comfortable, then he'll just stay. Exactly, you just shoot him away, go like, ksh, ksh, get out of here. And how does she treat stray cats? I was curious, but I decided not to ask. Actually, it would be more entertaining to see Takeichi ask her about it while it happened to him. We were talking as we left the building. Where? Where's Saya? Saya-chan! Yeah, she really is popular here. Saya finished greeting the student that she had never met before. Hey, Saya.
アキト君
Why is Hinami blushing?
こんにちは天の川先輩
Is she also like, you know, entranced by Saya's beauty? Hinami went stiff just looking at Saya.
こんにちは山田さん
Do you have a little crush on her, Hinami? It looked like Hinami was dizzy and lightheaded.
本日も美しいです天の川先輩きっとあなたはアルビレオからやってきた白鳥のプリンセス
Swan Princess? Uh-oh. It seems like I got some competition. God damn. Saya tilted her head, looking confused. Sorry about her.
いいよ人前じゃなきゃ
What if that were to actually happen? Can you imagine that? Did I actually lose Saya to Hinami? Oh my god. Thanks for waiting. Shall we go? That message earlier was Saya telling me that she had arrived. We were going to the meeting together.
行こう山田さんきっとアルビレオは悪の銀河帝国に占領され地球へ逃げ延びてきたプリンセスは身分を隠しはい
She has a wild fantasy, this girl. She probably wrote that. That's the next plot for the next Star Wars movie, by the way. What she wrote. The three of us got on the bus and headed to the meeting place at Mako Academy. Saya could go there alone, but she's pretty shy with people, so we tended to go there a lot together. So, what are your other club members doing?
漫画の締め切りがあるんだって同人誌だったかな
Really? Oh my god. Oh. I nodded, but I didn't really get it. The girls in the Seisen Astronomy Club, other than Saya, drew comics. Really? They drew? I thought they were just into like reading comics and mangas and shit. They actually make mangas themselves too? Do they go like COMET? That's probably the deadline they're thinking of, right? They're going to COMET. Is that even the name that I'm thinking of for like the biggest convention in Japan? Since their school had forbidden any comic club from being established, they had been using the astronomy as a cover to do their activities. But it wasn't like they were participating in any astronomy club activities. Those girls had come to the Pleiades one's first light events at the end of the year. They said that they were drawn to the beauty of stars and all the mythology, and they had liked how cool our homemade telescope was. When they saw Pleiades 1, they had been shouting, "Amazing! This is amazing, Saya!" Even I saw how excited they had been. That's why they kept going to the meetup, and why the Six Stars Club's website had more art and a comic explaining what we did on it. Oh, that's actually cool! So, even though they're not directly participating in astronomy, they're helping us with like art and I mean they even made a comic for us. So they kind of acknowledge like, okay, we like astronomy, it's beautiful, we want to kind of help you guys, but they're not gonna be just normal active members of the astronomy club. They want to contribute in some other way that actually still, and they're still doing what they want to do, right, which is make comics and drawing and stuff. Alright, I think that's a good compensation. I can live with that. From that night, our club had started to change little by little. I mean, we'll have like a beautiful website with fan art and shit.
Nani?
Saya asked Hinami, noticing that she kept stealing glances of her once we sat down.
天の川先輩は部長の通い妻なのですか
President? What? Wait, club president or country president? I choked without thinking as I stood holding onto the strap. The other passengers around us started listening into our conversation just by the mention of that one word. Hinami, about that, I think she means my wife, right? The club president, which is me?
そうだよ
Wait, what? Hey, Saya! Hey, Saya!
なんて嘘嘘アキト君とはただの幼馴染
Really? We're just friends? So, let me try and get this. I really want to get this correct, right? So they mentioned like 6 months has passed. So it is like, alright, let me fucking get the month right, okay? We'll go from January, February, March, April. I can't name the months in a row in English. May, June. Okay, June is 6th. Okay, 6th month is June. Okay, I suck at doing that. Okay, but anyway, we figured it out. The 6th month is June. So it's sometime in June, 6 months after Hikari left, also 6 months after Saya kissed us. And nothing really happened within that 6 months between us? We just sort of pretended it never happened? The fact that she kissed us? Okay.
そうですか。
Hinami and the rest of the passengers around us had a mixed look of relief and disappointment on their faces. Well, that would surprise anybody. A young, beautiful girl like her saying that she was married with a smile on her face. Please stop teasing people younger than you. Hinami would take it seriously.
ごめんなさい。
Yeah, it's okay to tease people older than you. Saya just laughed like she didn't do anything bad at all. Jeez. As my heart was racing, I decided to just try and go along with her joke. Saya wasn't my wife. We weren't even dating. We were just friends. Really good friends. Just that. Who kissed once? But Saya and I, and one other old friend had a secret. About 1 year before, Saya had asked me out. Wait, this is 1 year? So it's actually longer? This is 1 year ago?
今も変わってない。私の気持ちはずっとあの頃のままだよ。
I'd been seriously bothered by it ever since Saya told me how she felt that day. It was a normal reaction for a boy to feel lucky that a cute girl like Saya had asked them out. But she didn't technically ask us out. She didn't ask us like, do you want to be my boyfriend? There was nothing to worry about, but she was heavily implying it, I suppose. Anyone would have been happy to have her as a girlfriend. Lucky, in fact. Like a gift from the heavens. Then why didn't you do anything if 6 months or even a year has passed since the kiss? But it was okay. Was it okay to date her for such a simplistic reason? I had been troubled by it, and Saya had sent me a message.
お話があります。
Uh-oh.
明日星のダムに来てください。
Are you sure you want to do that? Last time you wanted me to meet you somewhere. Okay, I didn't stood you up, but you waited long. Okay, never mind. I'll be there. I'll make sure to be there this time. Oh man. So I guess we just talked and then nothing came of it, or what? I had viewed the lake from the dam as I had waited for Saya. The last time Saya had called me down here was all the way back then, when the bridge had still been here. Yep. While I waited, I thought about that time 4 years ago, and what it had been like. How would I have responded if I had read that letter back then? I was really desperate back then. So this is right at least a little while after she kissed us, right? Because it's getting a bit complicated with like the time jumps. Because the one apparently the time in which the middle section plays itself out in is 1 year after Hikari left, right? That's what they said at least. And now we're kind of jumping back to a memory memory back in time to after we talked about. This is obviously going to be about the whole kiss and stuff, but yeah, I assume it didn't happen that long after we actually kissed. I was so angry because I had just gotten into a fight with Hikari and stopped being her friend, and then she moved away before we could make up. No matter how I would have answered, I wasn't in the most cheery of moods. It had been 6 years since I met Saya. 6 years already? I thought we'd always be friends. I would see her as more than just a girl from time to time, but I just drove those emotions away. Developing feelings for a friend seemed like it was betraying the friendship. how do I put it? It might seem cool, but I guess we were just kids back then. I had more fun exploring the mountains and looking at the stars with both of them than I had figuring out any romantic interests. And that's why I thought that Saya and even Hikari didn't see me that way either. I didn't even think it was possible to begin with. It seemed like Hikari still didn't see me that way. But that was all a long time ago. I wasn't a kid anymore. I needed to give Saya a proper answer. What am I gonna do? Saya is the one, maybe there is someone else? Oh, there's another choice. Does that mean we're not in the Saya route yet? Ah. I mean, yeah, I am kind of, I want to stick to the Saya route. We're sticking to Saya here. I can't complain about her looks. She had a good personality too. She was thoughtful and sensitive. And most importantly, instead of running from me like every other girl, she accepted me as I was. There really isn't anything for me to worry about. It was plain and simple. I would have a beautiful girlfriend that everyone would be jealous of. And that was what she wanted too. That would make me happy too. I don't know, this kind of just sounds like he wants to, like, if he's going to say yes, it's for like superficial reasons. Like, yeah, it'll be like, oh, I can show off to other people that I have a beautiful girlfriend. But like, he's not talking about any of his feelings, how he feels about her. Wow, it is simple. I'll tell her yes, and it's gonna be great from here on out. Whoa! I nearly jumped from the mention of my name. I cleared my throat and turned around. There she is. Hey, Saya. It's okay. For a second, only for a split second, did I think that this was like payback for 4 or 6 years ago, 5 years ago, whenever, right? When you waited at the bridge for me, and you maybe now all those years later, like, ha ha ha, now I'm gonna make him wait, ha ha ha. No, of course not. Saya wouldn't do that. No, it's okay. I just got here myself. I had arrived 30 minutes before, but deep in my thoughts, I had lost track of time. Saya, Saya quickly stopped me when I got the courage to start talking. You want to talk first? Why does it sound like Saya has like a speech prepared? She pleaded, looking up at me, so I shut my mouth. Saya went quiet and took a few deep breaths, and then suddenly her breathing increased. After her breathing calmed down again, Saya had a hint of determination in her eye as she talked. Hmm? Before? What was she talking about? For just kissing us like that, I guess? I mean, trust me, that's not something to apologize for. Was she talking about the kiss? Yeah, I can imagine. Because it gave the hope back, right? She lived under the assumption that I rejected her. And then she got the hope back. That's true. Saya was looking down, flushed red from being so embarrassed. Kissed me. Saya was beet red, but so was I, probably. I'd never been so embarrassed in my life that just thinking about it makes me lightheaded.
違うの。あれはね、そういうんじゃないの。
Wasn't like that? Are you saying that you don't like me? Saya feverishly shook her head.
気持ちを伝えたかっただけ。私の気持ち、悪に知っててほしかった。
She just wanted to let me know straight up, right? She wanted to... Well, I almost said she wanted to tell me, but she told us in action, right? She kissed us. That was her way of also just letting us know that I really like you. Like, you can read it on paper all you want, but then you can just sort of... You can still deny it or not believe it. But if that same person actually kisses you, there's zero doubt. Like, okay, she really does like me. Well, you did, and unlike 4 years ago, I accept it. Hearing what I said, Saya looked up with a sense of relief. That's why I want to give you a real answer now. So I wouldn't seem careless, I straightened myself up and Saya just shook her head.
だから、もういいの。
Okay?
それで十分だから。気持ち、ちゃんと伝えられただけで。
I just want you to treat me... Oh.
また、前みたいに接してほしい。
Oops. What are you talking about? I can't do that. I already knew how she felt. Don't hold back, Saya. Saya had always held herself back to do what Hikari and I wanted. I didn't want her to wait or hold back anymore.
じゃないよ。ダメなんかじゃない。だって、好きだって気持ちがちゃんと伝わったなら、それだけでもう十分すぎるくらい幸せなんだもん。
But is that enough for you?
知っててもらえるだけでいいんだもん。
Saya.
それに、あんくん優しいから。こんな私のこと、面と向かって振るなんてできないでしょ。
Nothing came out after hearing that. She really did know
あ
me.
っくんに OK って言ってもらえても、私、素直に喜べないよ。
It wouldn't? I guess she thought that I was just unable to turn her down. If I agreed to go out with her now, no matter what my true feelings were, she would always be in doubt. She thought I would say it out of pity. I can see that, I guess. But that's weird. So she would actually be less happy with me saying yes because she thinks that I would say yes out of pity. So she's actually okay with the fact that I kind of, although not directly, said no?
それに、今はダメなの。
Right now?
だって、今は、がいないの。
You mean Hikari? Why does Hikari have to be here?
私、また抜け駆けすることになっちゃう。
Cheating? Wait, what? Do they have like a competition going on? Saya buried her face in tears, mumbling something that I couldn't hear when she became quiet. So I'm not allowed to say how I feel? Saya just shook her head.
付き合うって言われても信じられないし、振られるのはもっと嫌だ。
Then what do you want? What an honest person. Isn't that a little unfair? I get to know your feelings, but you don't get to know mine? She turned away in frustration. I guess she didn't see it as unfair. Alright, fine. I sighed. Thinking about how Saya held onto those feelings for 4 years, I thought it was only a natural punishment for me to agonize over mine for a while. Alright, we'll go back to how it always was. Is that okay? I subtly implied. I didn't really think that was going to be easy.
そうして。
Okay, so despite us having made up our mind that we do like Saya in return, we didn't tell her and we just pretended to go back to normal. Because even if we did tell her, she wouldn't take it seriously. Or at least she wouldn't believe it in a serious way. Right? Is that what happened? And Saya herself actually just wants to wait until Hikari returns because She's making it sound like they had some sort of competition going on between who can be my girlfriend first, and they want to do it on even ground. Because Saya would consider it cheating, of course, if she got together with me, if Hikari isn't here. Is that it? I took one step closer to Saya and abruptly reached out my hand. And Saya took one step back in shock. Don't start running away from me. You wanted me to be normal, right? I mean, I normally grab your hand, I'm sure. Or are we going to act differently now? I tried to jokingly scare her. Then give me your hand. Hmm? Saya started to tear up and put her head on my chest. I just stroked her hair. Good girl. Good girl. Head pats for you. But you like it. Endure. It's embarrassing for me too. That's a face of happiness. We kept this up for a while, and then I let Saya go. Saya looked like she just got out of a sauna. Her face was red and she sighed deeply. Do you really think you can keep going on like nothing happened? Really? I feel like you might be able to keep that up for a while, but I don't think it's good, it's not healthy. She kept turning back and forth. It was like she couldn't make up her mind. Hmm? Hey now, don't stop.
もしだよ。他に好きな人ができたり、もういたりするなら。
As she paused there, she looked up at me. It was like she was asking if there was somebody.
私のこと気にせず、付き合ってくれていいからね。
Really?
それが今まで通りってことだから。
Alright, on to the Orihime route I go. I'm kidding, of course not. I frowned down at her.
なんでそんな顔するの?
It's nothing. Even though she had asked me out, it felt like more like I was being dumped. Fine then. Only if there is a girl that likes
い
me.
るよ。アキトくんかっこいいもん。すぐにいい人見つかるよ。
This is so weird. She asked me out. We didn't exactly say no. She'd prefer us not to say yes. And if there's somebody else that likes us, she's telling us not to worry or to not consider, to not say no, solely because we're being considerate of Saya's feelings, right? She's saying that if someone likes you and you like her too, then go for it. Don't be mindful of my own feelings that I might get hurt if you're dating someone else, right? She's basically giving us approval of dating someone else. But this is so weird, like what the fuck? Yep, somehow it really did feel like a breakup. A breakup despite us not even being together! Twist, twist, twist.
何するの?
Noogie, you get ahead, Noogie. Just practicing how to be normal. I said bluntly, walking forward.
待ってよ、アキトくん。
Saya followed me as she fixed her twisted and mangled hair. What the hell was that about? And that's what had happened. That had been about 10 months before. After that, it wasn't like we could just go back to normal, even though we had been friends for a long time. Every time I thought about it, I just felt awkward. But slowly, I got used to it, and over time, things were getting back to normal. Right now, at first glance, we were just friends. Since then, Saya had never outwardly shown me how she had felt for nearly a year. It was getting to the point where I was beginning to doubt about how she felt about me now. She's just really good at hiding it. That was a risky joke.
どうかした?
Nothing. By the way, did you hear anything from Hikari? Saya shook her head.
メッセージを送ってもずっと未読のままになってる。
Really? Is she ignoring us now? Goddamn Komako. That's why! You have to refer to her as Komako. Me too. I wonder what happened to her. Hikari was overseas. We hadn't seen each other the entire time, but we still kept we were still keeping in contact over the net. We'd send messages, chat on the phone, and talk in the Six Stars Club group chat as well. But a few days earlier, we lost contact. The internet over there wasn't so good, so we would lose the connection sometimes. But this was the longest that we'd gone without talking. Yeah, can't help but be worried. I was worried too, but we had no other way of getting in touch with her. Let's find out her family's contact info. Maybe if we asked Noriko, she would be able to tell us. As we were talking, the bus arrived at our stop. The meeting. We stopped right in front of the door labeled Astronomy Club. We knocked and waited for a moment. Hi! The door opened from the inside and I entered the room. Excuse us.
Konnichiwa, Surami-kun.
Hello, Honoka. Thank you, Honoka. Hey, Corona-chan! Hey! Look, she's in the same school as... I mean, of course, it's a year later now, right? So Corona is in her first year. But she actually decided to join the same school as Honoka and the one Orihime went before. Because I'm pretty sure Orihime has graduated at this point. So, yeah, wow. Because I'm pretty sure she said that she was at least considering going to my school. The same school as me. But she decided to join Honoka's school, which I believe was an all-girls school. I'm not entirely sure. But... yeah, damn. Alright, cool. I mean, we still see each other, right? The big point was for her to just join the Six Stars Club and the Astronomy Club. So, there she is. Nice, nice school uniform. Corona came with Honoka to greet us. Hey, Corona. You seem good.
Saya-san, Yamada-san mo, gosokuro arigatou gozaimasu. Ojamashimashou. 失礼します。ひなみんいらっしゃい。
ひなみんPikarin, now Hinamin.
天の川先輩も一応いらっしゃい。
Corona added that with a hint of dissatisfaction. Are you still like that towards poor Saya-chan? Come on, Corona, give it a rest already. Corona had come a long way. At least now, she was capable of saying hello to Saya. Yeah, which I guess is a step forward.
Konnichiwa, Corona-chan.
Ha! The
Hinami, genki datta? Mazu. Corona wa ammari genki sou janai ne. Nande wakaru no?
You're not feeling good?
Kara genki na no ga kao ni deteru.
Forcing it? Are you okay, Corona? Are you okay? I mean, it's a pretty, like, yeah, high school, right? It's a very, it's not a school where I guess most poor people can go to. I don't know how to phrase it, but you know what I mean, right? Like a school for more the gifted students, or you need like a specific level of your grades to enter the school, high barrier of entry. Or you just gotta be rich, I suppose. Poor Corona-chan. But this is actually interesting, because I thought Hinamin... I mean Hinami. God damn it, Corona, your nicknames are rubbing off on me. Hinami. I thought that because Hinami is a first year at our school, right? And she referred to Take as Corona's brother. That already indicated that, of course, she knows Corona. But I thought that they were just like friends, that they were maybe like in a same class, and they were in the same first year at our school. Because I just went with the assumption that Corona was going to join my school, but she didn't. So I guess they're just friends through them both joining the astronomy clubs at their own school, and knowing each other from the Six Stars Club. And they're probably just drawn towards each other because they're both first years. But okay, that makes sense. It seemed like Corona was suffering too. Well, you look good in your school uniform. Yeah. The color green certainly has a nice touch on you.
コロナもそう思ってるんだ。やっぱ元が可愛いと何でも似合っちゃうのかななんて。
That's kinda true. Corona wiggled into a pose and looked my way. Whoa, are you trying to seduce me, Corona? The wiggle wiggle. I avoided her gaze. She had just entered Mako Academy this year. This was the road that she had chosen, but I'm sure that joining the Six Stars Club and meeting Orihime and Honoka had something to do with it. Yeah, cause like remember last year when we just started up the first Stargazers meeting of the Six Stars Club, they invited Corona along as well, and I feel like just Honoka and especially Orihime just left like a good impression on Honoka. I mean on Corona, so much so that that may have actually been the reason why she wanted to join your school instead of mine.
いいな、ひなみんはアキ兄と一緒に部活できて。
Hey, I mean you could have joined my school too. You could have been in the same club as me, Corona.
うん、楽しい。特に昼間、太陽黒点の観測をしている時が。黒点なんか見たってつまんないじゃん。地味だし全然綺麗じゃないし。
What?
黒点がある日突然巨大化して地上にとてつもない磁気嵐が吹き荒れる様を想像してみて。
She has like this strange infatuation with like disasters or something, right? She was talking about like dark energy before too, now like terrible magnetic storm. Like, does she want? Like, is she like a fan of apocalyptic scenarios or something? She is a weird one.
いやねって言われても、そんな大異変の兆候が今日にも現れるかもしれない。そう思うとほらドキドキするでしょ。全然。やっぱひなみん変わってるね。
Yeah, I'm sorry, Hinami. You're probably the only one here. They might be completely different, but they did get along well. Where's everybody else?
もう来るはずです。どうぞくつろいでいってください。コロナ、お茶入れてくるね。私も手伝う。
Thank you. Those are the proper first years. And the first years went off to make tea, which means that we are second years now, huh? Me and Honoka, Saya too. And we waited for the other schools to show up. Where are the other schools? Do.
それでは。
A lot of them actually graduated though, right?
第11回むつら星定例会を始めたいと思います。
Like Orihime graduated. I'm pretty sure. Did Narue graduate too? Keisuke graduated for sure. I'm pretty sure Honoka is now just the president of the Six Stars Club. That's how the current president, Honoka, started the meeting. Yep. There were 5 different schools gathered in Mako Academy's astronomy room.
では各校の活動状況の報告をお願いします。まずは西高さんから。
Nishi High.
はい。
Who the fuck is this little nerd? What the fuck? Toyoda, Nishi High's current president, stood up. He was a pretty quiet-looking
うちは
boy.
先週遠出して富士山をバックに成形写真を撮影してきました。
Ah, cool.
天体ガイドに投稿したので、もしかしたら来月号に載るかもです。
Toyoda looked proud of himself when everybody seemed amazed. For the most part, Nishihai's focus on gadgets had been because of his focus on taking photos of celestial
それで
bodies.
は諸見沢工業さんどうぞ。
Muromisawa Tech, that was where Keisuke was, but I'm 100% sure he graduated. So damn, we're seeing all the new students as well? The new members? Holy fuck, who's
秋の
this?
星座の官房と星座神話をモチーフにしたポエム作りをやってました。
What? Mythologies? Making poems? Are you sure you're in the correct group? You shouldn't be in the poetry club? What? Kawana Kajima, what a fucking name. Kawana Kajima, the president of Moromisawa Astronomy Club, sounded tough. But if you listen to what he was talking about, yeah, his haircut kind of makes him seem like a bad boy, right? Like, meet me back at school and we'll fucking fight it till the death or something like that. But and then he's talking about poetry and shit. He did seem a little rough.
秋の夜空といえば星座っす。エチオピア王家の物語を星空に描き思いを馳せるのは俺らモロコ天文部の最も楽しみにしてることっす。
Ethiopian royal families. But his topics were just so girly. I mean, looks can be deceiving.
いつも素敵なポエムの投稿をありがとうございます。むつら星ブログの読者から今月も感想をいただきました。
This is something that I've noticed, and I'm not sure if it's done on purpose or what. But like, you see like the right side of his hair? Like everything is sort of like blonde-ish, right? It's not bright blonde, but it's a very light color. And then you have like a tip that's sort of blue-ish, right? But you actually see that with a lot of characters, where like the bottom of their hair, at least with the girls, right? Sort of the tips of their hair is also in this bluish hue in a similar color as this. And I don't know if that's like done on purpose or not. It's just something I've noticed. Like if you pay attention to it from now on, okay? Just look at like the tips of the hair at the bottom, especially by the girls. You'll see the bluishness. They post their poems on the blog every month, and a few of their fans had left their impressions. I feel that's a big part, right? That's actually how we try to reach outside of our own schools, is by keep posting shit on our blog. It's a very active blog. You guys should check out the blog, okay? It's 6starsclub.blogspot.com. I don't know. I was fairly certain that those fans thought that it was girls who were writing the poems, though. It was a tradition for Moromisawa to observe the constellations and do something romantic about them. Seisen? That's Saya-chan. Saya stood up.
私たち聖戦女子天文部は諸見沢工業天文部の皆さんから送っていただいた神話ポエムにイラストをつけていました。
See, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is only something you can achieve with something as big as the 6 Stars Club. See, one school, one department of a school of their astronomy club, they make a poem and then like says and like we'll help your poems come to life and draw illustrations for them and just liven it all up. It's beautiful. Kawana Kajima stood up, yelled and bowed suddenly, scaring Saya.
私も時々星の第一天文部の皆さんと天体観測をしていました。以上です。いつも素敵なイラストをありがとうございます。と部員の方々にお伝えください。
Hell yeah.
おかげでサイトが華やぎます。
It's the best astronomy blog around, okay? The Season Girls' Astronomy Club designed the 6 Stars Club mascot and drew illustrations of
では
it.
星野大地さん。
Hoshino Daiichi. Okay, that's me, right? Hey, what up? We've been observing sunspots during the day and have gone looking at the stars every now and then. Sunspots are observed during the daytime, so it was easy for students to do. I didn't know how to reply to Corona's dissatisfaction with them, but once you started it, it was quite addictive. Besides, you could use those daytime techniques to look at Venus or Mercury. It definitely was something an astronomy club should do. And anyway, it was a good chance to let Hinami do some astronomical activities.
それでは最後に、私たち明光学院天文部ですが、先月同様、惑星観測を継続してやっています。
Do you see it? Do you see it at the hair of Honoka? It's like at the bottom tips of the shorter part of her hair. You see like a very little bluish, but it's less like purple as her hair is. I actually wanted to mention it with Saya, but Saya, strange enough, is one of the few characters where I haven't seen that bluish hue at their hair. Maybe because her hair is so long, but I've definitely seen it with who else had like short hair. I don't know, but pay attention to it, okay? And before the next character is also not gonna have it. But I'm pretty sure I saw it on at least a handful of characters, at least 3. After Mako Academy's report, we were all done. Wait, do we see it here? Yeah, look! We see it! The bottom tips of the ponytails of Noriko. Noriko had retired in the summer, and since they didn't have any new people, Amahai's astronomy club was suspended due to no activity members. Aw, really? Aww. So Amahai no longer has any people. Cause, what's her face is gone, Hikari is gone, and Noriko had already retired. Huh. Damn, that's unfortunate. That's why there were only 5 schools here. Okay. Nishihai's Narue and Moromisawa's Keisuke also retired, but those 2 schools had younger members to take over their club. Everybody was seriously short on members, and we're barely doing any activities now. It kinda still does seem like we're, at least some, like we're not bustling with like, members, right? We're still doing about the same as last year. Some members have 1, some clubs have 2 members in their astronomy club, but at least it's still living on. After school, each school had reported in. It was the time for the 6 Stars Club report.
すでに資料はお送りしていたと思います。
Everyone took out their phones or tablets and pulled out the documents that Honoka sent. It contained all the 6 Stars Club's achievements and blog traffic information for the last month.
アクセス数だいぶ減っちゃったね。
See? You see it on Corona there too? Okay, now I'm gonna stop commenting on it. I'm happy now. We saw at least 2 other characters that also have like the bluish tips of their hair. Fewer hits? Really? Our blog was less popular? Are you kidding me? Alright, we need to do, you know what? I know the perfect technique to get some more hits on our blog, okay? Nope, I'm not thinking nudes, but I'm thinking sexy calendars. You hear me? Sexy astronomy girl calendars.
目立った活動がないですからね。
When we had posted the manufacturing journal of Pleiades 1, something curious had happened. We kept getting more views. After that, we reached our peak with the first light article, then started losing views. Now we were getting less than half the hits of our peak. Maybe it's because we're not doing big projects. I feel like the telescope that we made, right, Pleiades 1, that was a big project. If we're just doing tiny projects on the side, maybe people aren't that interested in it. So maybe we should start up another, just one big project that we all can work on. And all the other stuff will just be little side projects.
今のままじゃアピールが足りないっす。何かでかいことをやらないと。
Yes, I agree. It was just that Toyota, the car brand, and Kawana Kajima said, we hadn't done anything big with the 6 Stars Club recently. Just holding some stargazing event every now and then wasn't too appealing to outsiders. I guess the group was starting to get a little dull. Reading the room, Honoka started to speak.
やはりそろそろ動かしたいですね。例の計画を。
What plan? Execute Order 66? Project Starlight? I cautiously said the name. What's that?
天文に注目が集まってる今がチャンスだよ。
Project Starlight? Everyone nodded at Corona's comment. There had been a bit of a boom for astronomy this year, all because of a certain astronomical event was predicted to happen. Not the usual stuff like passing comets, something more well-founded. The 6 Stars Club will be able to ride this boom, and we would show everyone just how fun astronomy really was. What, solar eclipse?
もう1ヶ月ほどしか時間がありません。ここは動くべきかと。
No, but it's called Starlight. Project Starlight. Yeah. What is it, Saya? Saya looked at me with worry as I looked troubled. I wanted to go ahead with this plan. However, there was a reason why I was hesitant. The ever-so-vital project leader was currently missing.
もうやっ
Orihime?
ちゃおうよ。
そうっす。リーダーが帰ってくるのを待ってたら間に合わなくなるっす。
Which leader?
やるならなるべく派手めでお願いします。その方が来年の部員集めが楽になるので。
Who's supposed to be? That was Orihime was the leader, right? So, I don't think she's coming back. She definitely graduated. The only person that is sort of maybe coming back sometime soon, perhaps, could be Hikari. A year has passed. She could be coming back, but I'm not sure. And we don't even know when exactly. It could have been more than a year. Nishihai didn't have a single new member this year, so their numbers had dropped by 3. Let's start with whoever is actually here.
そういえば ここ数日ひかりさんと連絡が取れないのですが、
Hey.
何かご存知ではないですか?
Yeah, neither of us. Saya and I looked at each other. We don't know
メ
either.
ッセージを送ってもずっと未読のままで。
God damn, could something have happened to her?
何かあったんでしょうか?
Maybe like her phone broke? Or her SIM card is just like... I don't know. Like her number is gone? It happened to me where I just like... I didn't buy like credits for my phone or whatever the fuck you call it, right? And I don't have I don't have like a plan where you're like, oh yeah, I just always use Wi-Fi. I don't get internet like when I'm outside of my own house Wi-Fi range. So if I don't at least put money on my SIM card once every year or something, I don't know. But after a certain time, if they determine that your SIM card is inactive, they'll take your number away, basically, right? Could something like that have happened to her? I don't know. Probably not. About that, we have a favor to ask. Could you get in touch with Noriko? We think that Noriko knows how to contact her family. Noriko had been in the same school as Hikari, so it shouldn't be too hard to ask teachers or classmates how to contact Hikari's
わかりま
family.
した。聞いてみます。
Yeah, we need to track her down. She's our precious member after all. Project Starlight was a plan to promote astronomy across the entire city. The star who came up with the plan was currently not with us. Hikari? Hikari Hokiboshi of Electra. We have been waiting for her return before acting on our plans, but as Honoka said, we hadn't heard from Hikari in a few days.
おお、やった。
She came up with that plan? What is it, Hinami?
ね、かっこいいでしょ?
What? The meeting had been going on for a while, so Hinami and a Nishi High girl had become bored and were fooling around on their phones. Hey, don't be fucking around on Instagram.
そこの1年生、何をしているんですか? 会議中ですよ。
Yeah, you tell him, Honoka. Huh. Rude first years.
すいません。
You're getting a spanking when we get back to our school, Hinami.
何見てたの? あのね、草壁さん。コメットガールって知らない?
What is that about? Takeichi said something about the comic girl
コ
too.
メットガール?
Comment.
知らない。コンソメ味っぽいね。
Comment girl! Oh, Corona. Comment girl. Yep, that's the girl that leaves a comment on every single YouTube video there is. Mm-hmm.
コメット、彗星? 昨日くらいからネットで話題になってるんです。先輩たちも見てみてくださいよ。
It went viral? Oh yeah, Takeichi had been talking about that right before we left. Well, just like passing comets, something will go viral, but then that will quickly move on to something
どれ?
else.
見せて。コロナさん。
Honoka's angry warning stopped Corona in her tracks. Let's save that for after the meeting, Hinami.
ごめんなさい。すいません。
Yeah, bad. B-A-D bad. We talked about the latest astronomical news, complained about our budgets, and how nobody recognized us. It had become a pretty boring meeting. Everybody's struggling.
そうだね。
God damn. We're still alive, but it kind of feels like barely.
西高は今年も新入部員入ったし、ひとまず安泰って感じだよな。
Yeah, but that's one school out of the 6 or 5 others, rather.
ジンの先輩から来年は絶対2人以上新入部員を獲得しろって言命されてるから辛いよ。
Really? Toyoda was rubbing his chest.
うちもコロナさんが入ってくれましたが、来年のことを思うと不安になります。
Even the members who only show up for the astronomical shows had retired. Right now, there was only Honoka and Corona in Meiko's club. Well, after Hinami joined my club, I'm finally starting to understand what Orihime was telling me about. I needed to find a way to help the club survive for Hinami. I almost painfully understood the president's, the one before me, predicament when he allowed me to join, even though I wouldn't look at the stars. I was finally starting to care about the club, similar to Nishihai and Moromisawa, who actually did regular club activities, Yeah, I imagine that's probably how like every single club captain must feel when their third year is like very close to coming up and they have to sort of stop. It's just like you care, if you're involved with the club, right, and you care about it, then you also care about the future, what's going to happen with the club. So you want to put it, you're currently the president, but you want to put the club in the best position possible to just keep living on and to keep getting new members, to put the members that we currently have to facilitate them to be in a good position, and the president that will come after us, that will follow in our footsteps, to try and help them out and put them in the best situation possible. So yeah, there's a lot of pressure there, I assume. But still, if there were no new members, the club would disband, and a few clubs with members left over would be limited to what they could do. The Six Stars Club had been a lifesaver. It went beyond one school and gathered people into one place, where we could do real astronomy. Because of that, we could be more confident when inviting new members.
みんなのためにも早く始めたいね。プロジェクトスターライト。
But it's still so mysterious. I don't know what Project Starlight is. Me too.
もう何やってんのさピカリンは。
I don't know where Picarin is. Honoka looked at the clock on the wall.
だいぶ時間を使ってしまいましたね。そろそろ出ましょうか。
We're leaving? The sun's going to set if we don't get a move on. Oh, we're gonna watch the stars? Everybody started leaving the astronomy room, according to each club president's orders. Outside, the clear autumn sky stretched far and wide. The forecast said it to be a moonless night, with no chance of rain until morning. And tomorrow was Saturday, so we didn't have to go to school. We couldn't pass up on such a perfect opportunity for stargazing. Today's Six Stars Club meeting was the first observation meetup we'd had in a while. With the new members... Are you okay, Toyota? He doesn't seem like a guy that is very physically fit. That was Toyota from Nishi High. After reaching the top of the slope, he's like, how much further? You know what? Never mind. Go on without me. I'll die here. Yeah, come on, man. Even Hinami, okay, she's struggling a little, but she's still doing fine. Saya is okay. We know that Saya isn't good at physical activities, I suppose.
休んでる暇はありませんよ。日が沈む前に準備してしまわないと。
They're just all out of shape. Winter was coming, and the days were getting shorter. The Pleiades 1 had to be ready for observation before it got dark. I actually wonder what happened to the Pleiades 1. Like, it's pretty huge, right? Do we just leave it here, up on this place where we always watch the stars? Or do we bring it back and like take it here with us if we ever decide to, whenever we decide to watch the stars again? Like, to carry it back and forth seems like a lot of trouble, but... And it's a pretty big thing. I don't know. Come on, let's go. We're nearly there. I was short of breath too, but I took the lead and started walking. We climbed a bit further and entered the forest. The Pleiades 1 was being kept in the old train car that served as our storeroom. Ah, okay, that's where it is. Cool. It was only light compared to retail telescopes, and the mirror box containing the primary mirror was especially heavy. Since we couldn't move it by car, I wanted to keep it as close to the observation area as possible. What is it, Saya? Hey, Saya. What's wrong? After we entered the forest, Saya held on tight to my arm as she walked, but her eyes were glued to her phone the whole time. Aww, she keeps thinking about Hikari. You'll fall over if you keep looking at that. Just put it away for a little bit. Saya! Told you so! I gotcha. I caught her just as she was about to fall. That blush. What are you looking at so intently? Comet Girl? Who the fuck is this Comet Girl? Is it such a big fucking deal? Comet Girl?
しーちゃんがアドレス送ってきたから見てたんだけど。
I wanna see it. I wanna see fucking Comet Girl now too. Everybody's talking about it. She was one of Saya's friends at school. That story's really making the rounds, huh? Is it that interesting? Intrigued, I sneaked a look at Saya's phone.
っていうか、これって。
Skimming the article from an angle, I learned that Comet Girl was a student apparently. This mysterious girl had swiftly appeared to save a trembling kitten trapped on the road and then swiftly vanished. Really? Okay. But what does that have to do with Comet? Was she that fast? That people like, it was at the speed of a comet. Someone had uploaded a partial video of the event, and that's how the story had spread. Huh. No one knows who she is, but the name Comet Girl has stuck thanks to the impact of her kitten rescue, as well as her twin ponytails. Wait, twin ponytails? I mean, it's a very common hairstyle, but are you thinking what I'm thinking? I played a video embedded in the article. There was a kitten trembling in the middle of a 4-lane road, cars zooming past it on both sides. It wasn't clear how it had gotten there. The person filming the video had come across the kitten and sounded very agitated. From this angle, it looks like the person who's recording this is standing in the middle of the road as you see the green car just like heading straight for it. And the yellow car just passed by the cat, meaning that the cat only recently just jumped onto the road, because otherwise it would have been flat because of the yellow truck or car or whatever, right? Whatever, details. Even though it was afraid of the cars, the kitten looked like it was about to make a dash for it at any moment. Just watching it made me flustered too. Damn it, someone go save it already! And just then, something suddenly entered the frame. Ah, Hikari, I knew it! Someone, rather. That's Hikari, 100,000,000%. I knew it. I had a hunch when they said twin tails. I like, could it be? Maybe. But then I see the red hair, it has to be. A girl, but she ran with amazing speed, and she has the same jacket color. Weaving through the tiny gaps between cars, she picked up the trembling kitten while running. Alright! I realized my fists were clenched. With her twin ponytails trailing behind her, the girl ran across the road and disappeared, saving the kitten, but whoever's filming the video was immediately after hit by the green car. It was a dramatic video, from the initial anxiety to the girl's sudden appearance, and the word swift definitely captured that impact. No wonder it was spreading online. However... Huh? Come on, Saya, if you've seen the video, you must have recognized her too. I was watching this video for the first time, but somehow I got a sense of deja vu. That girl... I mean, come on. I recognize that booty out of anyone, okay? I recognize that booty anywhere. That's some Hikari booty there. The way she ran straight toward her target. That familiar Amahai uniform. And those long twin ponytails. Not even that. The red hair color is the biggest giveaway. It was a low quality video, but despite the blurred images, I knew who she was. That's Hikari, right? What the heck was going on? You thought so too, Saya? You must have known. You must have at least thought. Saya spoke in a whisper, as if she still didn't believe it. She was probably just doubting herself like, is that Hikari? Nah, it can't be. She hasn't contacted us. Could it be that she hasn't contacted us because she's already back in Japan? It's gotta be it, right? But the girl in the video was Hikari. No doubt about it. Which meant the identity of the online sensation dubbed Comet Girl was, in fact, Hikari. It's been a while since we saw her.
何をしているんですか? 早く行きますよ.
I suddenly realized that we had fallen far behind the rest of the group. Okay, got it. We raced to catch up with everyone. Sorry.
光のやることだから.
Yeah. That's Hikari for you. It was amazing how that one comment of Saya's made sense of the whole crazy situation. such things were possible when it came to Hikari. Hikari is one of the few, if not only, girls that can make the impossible possible. According to everyone, people had only started talking about Comet Girl yesterday. Also, that article was written yesterday, and it said the video had been taken that morning. Hold on. Something wasn't right. That can't be possible. That can't possibly be her over there. What? Toyoda reached the platform first, and he sounded like he's seen a ghost or something. Everyone turned to follow his gaze. She's back! It's her! There was someone there. Oh, Hikari! You've been gone for so long, even though in story time, but it's been a year technically, right? But it hasn't been that many scenes. A girl in uniform was sitting on the roof of the train car. If it had been dark out, you probably could have mistaken her for a ghost. Hinami looked at the girl and shouted out loud. Comet Girl! That's how Hinami knows her now. Comet Girl. Comet Girl! Both of them had been online during the meeting. You could hear the amazement in their voices. That's not Comet Girl. Well, it is Comet Girl, but that's our Hikari. Yes, everything was the same as the video. She wore an Amahai uniform, and her long twin ponytails danced in the wind. That's Pikarin! She must have heard us talking, because Comet Girl turned around to face us. Oh god, I missed her. The good old loud Hikari. She's back again, Saya. What are you doing here? Hikari! Looking at our surprised faces, Hikari smiled smugly and stood up. For her next comment, she faced us fully. She's back again! That's the exact same thing you said when you returned last year! As usual, no one knew what the bingo was for, but that smug look and the V sign were unmistakably Hikari's. Pikarin! Wait, is she not happy to see Corona? Without a word, Hikari got off the train car roof and landed lightly on the platform. At the same time... Yeah, chop! I mean, you wanted to chop, right, Corona? I'm sure you've been missing the chops. I mean, what did you expect? A look-alike again? She's back, Saya. Can you believe it? Noticing Saya's gaze, Hikari smiled broadly. Hikari-chan! Damn, she's always so excited when it comes to Saya. And Saya's all emotional. Surviving Hikari's glomp somehow. Saya looked so happy she almost cried. Hikari. Hey. Can I get like a hug too, maybe? Hikari disentangled herself from Saya and turned to face me. Welcome back. Seeing each other after a year brought up all kinds of thoughts, but our feelings couldn't catch up. Welcome back. Honoka, what the fuck? We're having like an emotional reunion here again for like the I don't know how many time. but goddamn, you're ruining the moment. Honoka interrupted me before I could finish. Hey, hold on. Honoka pointed her index finger at the sky. Wow, you don't even care that Hikari's back? As Honoka gave her instructions, we remembered our assigned tasks and started work. Yeah, like, come on.
人の都合になど構ってくれません。
What?
光さん
I
も
mean-
よくご存知でしょう。
It's true, but still.
さあ急ぎましょう。
はーい。
よしやるか。
Wow, Hinami, she's totally infatuated. It's like she's seen a celebrity. COMET girl.
いいよ、あんまりだよ。
I know, right?
吉岡ちゃんって前からそういうとこあったよね。
Do you have any emotions at all, Honoka?
光さんも元気が有り余っているようなので、どうぞ手伝ってください。さあや。よしよし。続きは準備ができてからやろうね。
And so the emotional reunion was postponed as we got ready for the observation. What are we observing exactly? Obviously the stars, but like what else? Welcome back, Hikari.
ただいま。アキト。
Yes, yes. It still feels awesome that like Hikari is back, but like it in terms of like just it didn't feel like she was gone that long, right? The year just like boom, it flashed forward so fast. It's not like we spent like multiple episodes on like several months, blah blah. It was just like, was it even, maybe it must have been just one video or something, where it's just like, okay, well, 6 months later, oh, a year later, bam, there we go, Hikari's back again. So it kind of feels less special, at least compared to the first time, but welcome back again, Hikari. The group, the trio, is back together again, and it feels amazing.
無言で見つめ合う幼馴染の二人。およそ1年ぶりの再会。その胸に巨来する思いとは。
We don't need the commentary, Corona. She's sobbing? What? Is she like trying to cry?
光、今だよ。泣きながらアキト君の胸に飛び込んで。
What?
できるか。
Whoa, what the fuck?
こんな気分、もうすっかり泣いちゃったわよ。
True. If she was gonna do that, that should have happened before like Honoka interrupted. Hikari's objection was reasonable. After all, we had just brought the Pleiades-1 here, assembled it, and adjusted the optical axis. There wasn't much time, so we had all worked silently. We managed to get everything ready before sunset. But the shock and nostalgia of seeing Hikari again had vanished completely.
では普通に紹介しましょうか。と言っても、もう皆さんご存知だとは思いますが。
Of course, Hinami is already familiar with her. COMET girl! Come on, Hinami! Like, it's not like it's a big celebrity. It's like, it's a viral video that only happened this morning. Or yesterday, right? Since yesterday. Like, it's not like fucking Beyonce or, you know, any fucking celebrity that's been popular for like 10 years or a whole day, well, you know, for multiple years. It happened yesterday, and she's like, oh, COMET the girl! I'm your #1 fan!
ねえ、さっきからそれ何？
Well...
光知らないの？ネットで話題になってるんだけど。
Yeah, I'm assuming she doesn't even know, right? I don't think she even knows about herself. COMET girl.
コンソメ味のポテチ？
What?
新製品かな？早乙女に売ってる？
What are you talking about, Hikari? She really doesn't know about it. Seeing that everyone was looking at her in confusion, Hikari cocked her head to one side.
ではなく、この方が六つ星の最後の一世。
Honoka gestured for Hikari to step forward.
天候天文部、ここに復帰
Yeah!
エレクトラのほうき星光です。みんなよろしくね。
Yes, Amahai is back, right? Amahai is back. Noriko had to stop, but like, and therefore it wasn't active anymore, but now it's back again. Amahai is back, baby, and so is Hikari. Those who had worked with Hikari since last year clapped and welcomed her back. Oh, I'll be clapping my hands off. The younger students didn't know her personally, or had only heard of her through Six Stars Club group chats, or COMET girl.
ほうき星先輩ってこんな人だったんだ。コメットガール先輩。
Now it's COMET girl, the senpai. God damn, Hinami, she's in love. She just developed a crush or something. Oh my god, Hinami. The only word that's come out of her mouth for the past... Ever since she even saw her, it's only been COMET girl, COMET girl. Nothing else, not a single other word, just those two. COMET girl. Hikari knew about the first years too, and went about putting the names from group chat to faces.
あなたが山田ひなみさんね。アキトンとこの後輩の。
That's her, my kohai.
こんばんは、ほうき星先輩。
Wow! She spoke different words! Good job, Hinami. Worried by Hikari's proximity, and almost oppressed by her bosom, Hikari took a half step back.
よろしくね。ほうき星先輩、素敵な人だね。
You're not wrong, Hinami. Hikari heard what the first years were saying about her. She's like, yep, I'm proud of my babies. She was overjoyed. Anyway, why didn't you reply to our messages?
そうだよ。メッセージ未読のままだし、心配してたんだよ。ああ、ごめん。スマホを踏んづけて割っちゃって。
Stepped on your phone? Could it be while you were saving the dog?
連絡先から何から全部スマホの中でしょ。こっちから連絡取りようがなくてさ。
So what, every day you'd just been waiting at the train car?
直接会えばいいかと思って早乙女行ったら、先生が店番してて、今日六つ星の観測会だって言うから。
Ah. So that's why she'd been waiting up here.
いつの間に日本に帰ってきたの？おととい。昨日から学校行ってるの。
And you're only coming to see us only just now? No, I'm kidding. I mean, she has to get here by train, yeah, she does. She showed off her Amahai uniform, rather proudly. Even through the thick fabric, her chest was visible. It seemed like she had gotten bigger too. Wow, damn, even within that year, she's still grown and developed. Saya was also looking at them jealously. And perhaps that was just my imagination. No, it's not.
やっぱ日本はいいね。街は綺麗だし、お米美味しいし、そこらにコンビニあるし、テレビが日本語だし、お母さんの料理美味しいし。
Didn't you say that you'd be gone a bit longer?
うん。でもほら、早く始めたいじゃん。例の計画。
You knew too? Project Starlight? When Hikari said that, everyone looked at one another expectantly.
ことはいよいよ始めちゃうんだ。
I mean, now that the person who thought of the idea is here, Honoka looked at Saya and me, as if seeking confirmation, and then at Hikari.
何？なんかまずいことでもあったの？
Not exactly. We couldn't contact you, so we couldn't start the project, that's
つ
all.
まり、もう準備は OK と。光の号令待ちだよ。
Hikari smiled brightly.
じゃあ、行っちゃおうか。
You mean like right now? With wide grins on our faces, we all nodded.
お願いしますね。プロジェクトリーダー。
What is it? What is this big Project Starlight?
頼りにしてるよ、光。コロナも光についてくよ。
Hey, chop!
よーし、プロジェクトスターライトの開始をここに宣言しちゃうよ。
Yay! I still don't know what it is. With everyone relying on her, Hikari was in high spirits. But we knew we could rely on her because that's who Hikari was. There was a special gravity about
みんな
her.
やるよ。明るい夜のために。
Light up the sky.
明るい夜のために。
Whoa. Light up the sky, baby.